Valley Children's is here. They're going to take a child, I believe. Interesting. To the hospital today. Got a lot to learn. I brought my lunch and Taco Bell today. Now I'm just getting set up. These are the computers that they let us chart on, and I needed to print out a form for school, so I was doing that at this time. This is another room in the RT department where they have the lockers. They have a table here, and the students usually hang out here during the day shift, but during the PM shift we hang out in the RT office with the RTs, since there's a lesser amount of RTs during the night and there's actually more space in there for us. And yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out what printer to print it out from. There were several printers in the RT department, so I just had to figure out which one it was. But let me just tell you a little bit of my schedule. I get there at 1:30 p.m. and I go let the RTs know that I am there for the day, and if they need any help to let me know. And if they don't need any help, then I come over here back to the room and I work on any homework assignment I might have. This is my weekly DAR. This is the one I printed out because I forgot mine and I needed to print it out so I can check off all the skills that I did for that day and have my RT preceptor sign it at the end of the day as well. And so I'm just filling it out. This is Tuesday now. I didn't film much on Monday, just that the Valley Children's were there on Monday. And I wasn't feeling very good either. So that's probably why I didn't film very much. But let me just tell you about the schedule. So after I do a little bit of my homework, then I decide, let me go check back with the RTs and kind of ask around who's in the ICU, because this is our ICU rotation, so we need to be up in the ICU. So I figured out that at 2 p.m. the ICU RT preceptor starts his rounds, or start their rounds, whether they're a girl or a boy. At 2 p.m. they start their rounds, so I go up and I help them, and we do vent checks, we do assessment, charting, removing or moving the ET tubes to the other side, sectioning. We do any nebulizer treatments that are scheduled at that time, any CPT, any type of therapy that is scheduled at that time. Sometimes there's bronchoscopies that might be scheduled, so we might go to bronchoscopies. And then if there is a code blue, I will go to the code blue. I know some RTs don't like going. Hey guys, I am so sick today. So sorry that I haven't been showing much today. I did show kind of our computers and how we chart, and I showed me filling out my weekly DAR for this week. I went up to the ICU. We have 3 vent patients. One is tranked. One COVID patient, which I didn't get. I wasn't allowed to go in there, but I am allowed to go in there. But my RT didn't want to expose me, so I thought that's fine because I'm already not feeling well, and then to be exposed more or before I left, I'm sorry. Yesterday I did not give a little report of what happened yesterday because I was just really not feeling good yesterday. But I did get 2 ABGs in the ER, and I was in the ER yesterday, last night. We had a code that ran an hour and a half, and the patient kept coming back, his heart rate kept coming back, his pulse kept coming back, and then it was VFib, and then it was flatlined, and this happened for an hour and a half. The family wanted us to keep going, so we kept on going. We did all that we could. After about an hour and a half, the doctor said, sorry, we cannot presume the CPR anymore, but we can put him on morphine and leave him on the ventilator. So that's what they did after. Okay guys, so I am moving my car right now because I'm parked all the way on the other side of the hospital, and I need to park closer to the entrance. But when I got here, there was no parking. Oh shoot. I parked too close to that thing. Okay, so right now I was just doing my CLO review, and I am going to get my energy drink because I'm falling asleep. Leftover energy drink from yesterday, and I'm looking for a parking. There's a parking here, but I want a closer parking spot. So yesterday we did go into the subacute, and we did have some trachs that we did as well. I'm looking for a parking. I think I'm gonna have to park over here because the other one is gone. There's a parking spot right here. So guys, right now it is currently shift change, and there's not really much for me to do right now. So it's not shift, well, some people get here early, some people get here a little bit later. It is currently 5:20. They start getting here about 5:30, but one person already got here, and I heard them giving report to her, but then they stopped talking after a little while. So I just came to my car. I didn't even go into it because their office is very close to where the student office is, where we sit. But it's weird because during the days we sit in that student room, but during night shift I sit in the RT department, probably because there's less RTs and there's more space for us students. That's what I've been noticing. As far as the schedule goes, I do want to do a little schedule. Probably at the end of this video I'll give a good schedule of when I get here at 1:30 p.m. all the way to 10:30 p.m. what the day looks like, if you're in the ER, what it looks like, if you're in subacute, what it looks like, if you're in ICU, what it looks like. Just to give you a little picture of how it kind of goes. I am feeling a little bit better, thank God. I do need to clean up my car. I have a big old mess in here. I was able to print out one of my weekly DARs. I completely forgot to bring it today, so unprepared. Actually, I was supposed to pick up extra ones last week from school, copies, but I did not. So I printed out one here, and then when I go to school tomorrow, I'm just gonna get a few more of the copies, the paper copies, and bring them because I still have another 6 weeks left of clinicals, because we're in week 9, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yes, 6 weeks left of this semester and of clinicals. I'm so super excited, yay! I cannot wait until my break. Actually, I have a break on my birthday week, so I'm so super excited. I did want to go out to a trip or something, but why waste so much money? I think I just want to stay home and relax. Just relax at home, not waste any money, save as much money as I can, because right now I stopped working and I'm not working until April. I will go back to work April 10th, and I will be doing in-home care I did say I am available Thursdays and Friday knock shift, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday AM shift. So I'm still waiting for them to put me on the schedule. Today is currently March 21st, and I did text them and give them my availability, but they still haven't let me know what days, or they have not put me on the schedule yet. So it is a little frustrating. Well, I am gonna head back in to the hospital. So let's go. That's where my video had ended, and after that I did not get the chance to record anymore. So basically we got a call to a C-section, so I was able to go to a live C-section. The baby came out fine. He did have some acrinosis. Other than that, it was a baby girl. She had acrinosis, blue hands and feet. Her heart rate was good. Her respiratory rate was good. Her temperature was good. So they gave her an APGAR score of 9 just because of the acrinosis. So I'm glad that went well. And then we got a call to the NICU. So apparently there was a baby that was born when I was in the ER transporting a patient from the ER to CT. And that baby was desatting. So something really crazy happened. The nurses put the baby on bubble CPAP without telling the doctor, without telling the RTs. So one of the RTs found out, and she's like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, oh, the baby's desatting. We're going to put him on bubble CPAP. She's like, did you let the doctor know? Did you let the RTs know? You're supposed to call us. So anyways, there was an incident that had happened specifically with that doctor in the past. And so now the employees don't trust that doctor, and they want to do things faster than the doctor does, because the doctor, he does not do things fast enough. So I don't blame them. I don't blame those nurses for wanting to just save the baby's life. That's what we're there for. So anyways, we went into the NICU. The baby was a baby boy, and we went in to check on him. He was on bubble CPAP. He still had a lot of nasal flaring going on. He had some retractions, upper intercostal retractions. And other than that, he was satting at 90, I believe. So the doctor came in and said, okay, we're going to remove the CPAP. What do you guys think? How is he doing? Do you see any nasal flaring, retractions? The RT was like, yes, I do see a little nasal flaring. I do see a little retractions. So the doctor made this really rude comment and said, you don't have to look at the baby under a microscope. And we just kind of laughed it off. But I was like, what? Like, what is he talking about? Like, that is so rude to say that. Like, babies are so fragile. You have to be careful with them, and you have to just be cautious. And, you know, it's okay to move slowly as far as removing the oxygen. So he was just like, just keep an eye on him. We're not going to leave him alone. We are going to remove the bubble CPAP and just watch him. So it was already 10:30 by then, and that's when I'm supposed to clock out and leave. So the RT said, okay, we're gonna head out, and she told the nurse, just call us if you need anything. So the nurse was the one that was gonna stay with the baby and watch the baby. And that nurse said she didn't know anything. She was like, I wasn't in the C-section. She's like, I wasn't there. I didn't get this patient until I barely found out that he was out here in the NICU, I guess she said. And she was like, I wasn't even there when it happened. So I don't know where the other two nurses were, or I don't know where the nurses were that put that baby on bubble CPAP that were involved in the C-section. But then we were walking down to the elevator, and the RT was like, well, we had a bad incident with that doctor, and we just like to be more cautious because she had a bad experience with that doctor in the ER. There was a 3-year-old little boy that was desatting, nasal flaring, retractions, and she asked the doctor, can I put the child on high flow? And the doctor told her no. And then after that, he started desatting, turning blue. All of a sudden, there was all kinds of nurses and doctors in the room, and she was like, if he would have just listened to me, this wouldn't have happened. So yeah, that was the incident that had happened. And I was in the ER for a while. We were doing nebulizer treatments. We were doing transports to CT. We did 2 transports to CT. One was the head, and the other one was the abdominal area. And then I gave 2 ABGs. I got one. I wasn't able to get the second one. So then I went into the subacute, where I did MDI treatments in the inline. I gave albuterol, I gave Atrovent, 3 puffs each inline through the trach. Patients cleaned around the stoma. We did suctioning through the trach. And then charting, lots of charting. So that was basically my week 9. Now we'll be going into week 10 next week. Today's Friday. It's Friday. I'm just here in bed with my Barbie. She doesn't have a dress on today because all her dresses are dirty. But look at her little belly. Isn't she? Barbie here. She's laying with me. She's so adorable. I just did my weekly journal, and I did my calendar for the rest of March, and that's all that I have for this week. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a great big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.